And now, independent and unbiased, here's your weekly Brooklyn market update with Noah and John from UrbanDigs.
Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at Brooklyn supply, 2,924 things trying to sell, active on the market. Looks like it's ticking slightly higher. Johnny, show me that chart.
It is ticking slightly higher, and you can see there's a little bit of an uptrend in Brooklyn supply, but it is little. But we are slowly but steadily approaching the levels from last year. So ticking up, maybe, Noah, maybe we'll see above the 3 handle soon, but not just yet.
Yeah, it's not there yet, but it's early in the season. And, I'm hearing a lot of anecdotal stuff, but I don't want to talk too much about that until it pumps into the actual data pipeline, which should be in the coming weeks. Let's shift over to Brooklyn demand, Johnny. Pending sales, 1,465. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, and that's actually a tick up. It's one of the rare ticks up in pending sales here. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Obviously, 1 point does not make a trend, but it's interesting to see that we may be kind of bottoming out here, but have to take it week by week.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, we are in the season, 'tis the season. This is when the stuff starts to happen. So, you know what? Looking ahead into the end of February, March, and April, Johnny, I would expect this to tick up. The question is, how much does it tick up? And, you look at the market pulse, which takes that supply and demand and puts it both together and normalizes it. I just want to point out that buyers, this is the leverage. This is the leverage advantage peak as far as I could see based on the data. And it's probably like this because the new stuff is coming on before the stuff can go to contract. So you can see that little tick up right over there, but it's just a tick. But where does it go from here, Johnny? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the weeklies, see if there's any clues there. Johnny, I'm looking at supply 161. Ooh, a tick lower. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, speaking of where does it go, I mean, you look at Brooklyn weekly supply and it's anemic. You got to wonder, where is it going? And it's really sort of bobbling along. It's lows here. It hasn't quite ticked up, but we can tell from, just looking at this chart, we see those previous lines from last year. It really looks like end of February, March is when Brooklyn supply in general ticks up. So perhaps we have to look forward to that. But, right now, no, it's pretty slow.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's slow. And I mean, I don't know. I guess Brooklyn buyers have to wait just a little longer. I look at the contract activity, Johnny, for the last week, 123. That did bump up about 30%. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, and a lot of Brooklyn buyers apparently are not waiting, and you can see there's a little bit of an acceleration in that curve, right? We sort of hit the bottom around end of January, and for the last several weeks, we've been sort of sticking up, and this is the first sort of clear week that we've cleared 100, notably. But again, well below where we were the last couple of years. But that's you got to take that. You got to take the good with the bad there, and we had a heck of a couple of years, so we're sort of on the reset path now. But good to see Brooklyn back above 100.
Yeah, and look, we were up here and we shifted down here, and now we're bouncing off of that bottom. That's what we're saying. We're not anywhere near where we were. We came down big time, and it's still slow. It is still slow based on trend. It's just bouncing off that bottom. And I want to point out one more time that you got 123 go off into contract. You got 61 going off in general. That's still more than supply. So supply is not going to bump up notably until that whole deficit changes into a surplus, Johnny. And that's not what's going on yet. Let's switch to the chart du jour, Johnny. I love this chart. We did it Friday. Let's do it now, Monday for Brooklyn. The monthly contract activity by price point. And this is really a great visualization of the low liquidity and how far down we've come. Now, of course, this only has January in there, Johnny. So any tick up in February, that's not going to get posted for another couple of weeks.
Right. And you can clearly see, I mean, it's the same chart as in Manhattan, right? April rolls around and we're just seeing a stair step lower. And that's exactly what we saw in the pending sales chart for the last, 9 months. It's just been paper cuts every week. And that's it's totally reflected here, right? As that level of contract signs goes down, the pending sales number goes down too. And that's where we're at. I mean, you're drawing the line right there. It's like we're right back around 2019 levels, actually below 2019 levels in some respect. So Brooklyn it looks to me to be sort of bottoming out here, as we saw with the pending sales maybe having that tick. But again, time's going to tell.
Yeah, I think we're bottoming out. I think we're bottoming out. Buyers, this is your peak leverage, and we'll see what happens. We got some macro things going on. We got the Fed. We got some inflation prints coming. Buckle up. We've been saying, buckle up, guys. It's going to be wacky wild on both the up and downside, but we're going to keep track of it, Johnny. We're going to keep track of it. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We're both from Urban Digs. And don't forget, you guys got questions. We got answers. Please visit our forum right down over there. And if you have any of these reports, or if I say if you want any of these reports that John made today, it'll be right over here in just a few moments. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update, and we'll catch you next time.